So I am frustrated. Are you? It's frustrating right now, and quite honestly makes me a little mad being in crypto. And maybe this is how you feel. But look, I just wanted to kind of convey to you that you're not alone in owning your XRP and the frustration you have with XRP. XRP has really been going sideways since July. It's been consolidating. Now, do I think that that's a specific XRP issue problem? No, I think it's a symptom of a broader market issue. But it's ironic because the frustration lies in the fact that there is so many good things happening in and around the crypto market that we should be moving up. And then there are always bearish, negative things going on as well. But day to day, frustration is absolutely here every single day. And the frustration is, why the hell aren't we moving up? Why the hell aren't things starting to really break loose and go up? And we're going to talk about that in this video. Look, bottom line, there in the history of crypto has never been more positive things going on in crypto than right now. We've got crypto legislation coming. We've got globally the tide is turning from government and various institutions out there and their view and their changing view of crypto. We've got the tokenization of worldwide real world assets coming. We've got the adoption of blockchain technology, so forth and so on. And there's 10 or so of those points that all add up if you look at them as like bullet points. And by the way, specifically to XRP's building the infrastructure and putting together the pieces for to be a major player in the global financial movement of money and all those kind of things market. And yet nothing happening. And yet it's very frustrating. Do you feel that? Are you feeling the same? Drop in the comments. Would love to hear from you, because I know I'm not alone. I have a private group now. It's called Inner Circle, and that's all people are talking about right now. It's kind of that kind of pervasive. When is it going to break loose? When are things going to break loose? And there are bearish conditions out there, right? There's still the Federal Reserve. What are they going to do? There's still, I think the trade war stuff between China and U.S. is kind of done. I think, we still got wars going on, so forth and so on. And there are other bearish market conditions. There's a lack of overall liquidity right now. There's, the retail investors left in mass in December of 2024. They still haven't come back. And I think they haven't come back for kind of a round robin combination of a lot of different factors. But the bottom line, and by the way, I didn't mention it earlier, institutional adoption is a positive thing. Institutions are now buying and holding and all those kind of things. They're buying and holding XRP. They're buying and holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, so forth and so on. And yet nothing moves the needle. And the question you begin to ask is, why is nothing moving the needle? In fact, I'd love to hear from you. What's your opinion? My opinion of why nothing is moving the needle right here now is a couple of different things. I think part of it is, and I want your opinion on this, drop in the comments, is that ironically right now in the stock market, it's real easy to make good money. I think a lot of retail investor, a lot of people are focused on that, AI stocks, tech stocks and all that. I mean, it's just pretty much a sea of green in the stock market. So you have a tremendous amount of liquidity, not all of it, but I think a lot of liquidity, a lot of cash, a lot of investment capital is being put over there right now that normally would possibly be coming to crypto in one way. And so, because, there's AI innovation and there's, and AI stocks are just booming, and tech stocks and so forth and so on. And it's easier, I guess, the perception, not that I'm saying it is, to make money over there, because crypto needs liquidity to move. It needs capital. It needs investment capital to come in to move the needle. Okay. What types of investment capital are there? And then there's more than this, but really at the end of the day, there's two. There's institutional investment capital and there's retail investment capital. You and I are retail. Investment capital is, institutions, things of that nature. And that simply has not really been majorly forthcoming. Now, do I think that institutions are investing in XRP every single day? Yep, just like they are in Bitcoin. I do, right? Do I think that retail investors are here? Nope, they're not. And part of it is I think that their investment capital is being invested elsewhere right now. And there's a lot of people that are simply not doing anything because there's uncertainty and fear in the market and things of this nature, right? And ultimately that brings us back to where we started. Where we started was the frustration. Where we started was, as you and I here in XRP and owning our other crypto assets every single day, there simply is nothing going on. There simply is just this consolidation, this sideways motion that pretty much is in every single major asset. And what is it going to take to light the fuse? There's a lot of speculation on that. Does investing in AI and technology stocks need to take a hit? Does that segment need to cool down for people to rotate investment capital back into crypto? Maybe to an extent, but is that all of it? No, of course not. I think the underlying sense of uncertainty and fear that is rampant, I still believe in day-to-day, everybody globally has to subside. I think that fear has to subside. And there has to be one or two events that kick everything off, because I think here's what I really believe. I do believe this, that if we get a week or 2 week run where crypto just takes off, sparked by an event or a series of events, whatever those may be, and you start seeing green God candles, boom, boom, everything's going up in Bitcoin and XRP and everything, guess what? Then people will start to go, oh my God, I need to be in crypto. And you are already here, you will benefit from that massive move up because you're here at a lower, you have a lower cost basis than those people who are going to come in because when they finally see things are starting to move. We've seen that happen time and time and time again. Retail investors will always be lagging. They will always come in after the major cycle has begun, after they start to see those massive God candles, right? But at the end of the day, it does leave us in the same place, frustration. And that's really where we're at. And that's okay. I'm not saying it's going to push me out or anything like that. I'm just voicing my frustration at the current situation and kind of going, when is this thing going to break loose? Right? Okay. With that, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. I've got a cool program called Inner Circle. I mentioned it earlier. Links in the description below if you want to go check it out. Inner Circle is my private members group. It's literally $27 a month. It's 90 cents a day. What do you get? You get access to my portfolio. You get access to me. You get to get buy and sellers when I buy and I sell any cryptos. We're building a $100 weekly portfolio together, me and my members. So I'm picking the cryptos and saying, hey, these are really good. And so it shows you how I build a portfolio. There's members only videos that are private, that things that I talk about with my members that I don't talk about anywhere else. So there's that. There's lots of other cool stuff coming. There's a private chat group as well. You can ask me questions, and if you want my help or my guidance, then you can get that as well. So links are in the description below if you want to check that out. Look, you can try it for 30 days. If you don't like it, you get a refund, cancel. So you have nothing to lose if you want to go check it out. As always, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. Thanks for watching. See ya.